Good morning. Good morning. Hey, and welcome to our first ever virtual tour of our Cambridge Air Solutions facility in Wentzville, Missouri. This is a facility we moved into a few months ago, back in April, to produce our makeup air line. And we're going to show you a little bit about that today in our virtual tour as we take a walk through and learn a little bit about what we do here in Wentzville, Missouri. So the reason we moved into a new facility is because we are growing, and we are growing rapidly in our market, producing new product lines. And it gives us an opportunity, even in the midst of a pandemic, to turn around and increase our employees, give more job opportunities, and also work on developing better cultures here and at home for our employees. So while we show you around 65,000 square feet that we have here in Wentzville, I wanted to talk a little bit about you and your facility and how we can help you improve the lives of your people who are there. Ventilation is a key driver in the market today, especially during the midst of the pandemic when people are more concerned about getting better filtration, better outside air, better airflow through their facilities. A lot of facilities are extremely negative, and that means basically they are exhausting more air than they are bringing into their facility. And the goal today is to show you how to better balance that within your facility, as well as provide better and healthier work environments for your most important asset, and that's your people that are working inside. So my name is Matt Lanham. I am a regional sales manager with Cambridge Air Solutions. And we're going to show you a great tour of this facility, and we're going to show you some videos about the culture and how you can help improve the culture inside your spaces. So we're going to show a quick video now, which is going to show a little bit about the culture and why we exist and why we do the things we do in building up better leaders within our organization. So let's cut to...
As I've been in business for quite some time, I've wanted to rally people around something, a cause or reason why we exist.
Cambridge exists
to glorify God by
enriching the quality of every life we touch.
I get to tell a lot of people about that, why we exist, and whenever I just share that that's not a faith statement about every single person inside of Cambridge. It's simply an acknowledgement that the business that we call Cambridge is about something much bigger and much grander than just profits.
It kind of knocks people off balance a little bit. They're not really sure what to think of it.
We believe there's something bigger than us, and we're going to conduct ourselves in a way that we're responsible to something bigger than us.
We want you to feel unconditionally loved here, exactly as you are.
If I can be unconditionally loving to those around me and just love them for who they are and not what they're doing for the company, then it can be transformative, and it really does walk out the why.
The glorifying God, why we exist statement was finished by saying how we were going to do that. We were going to glorify God by enriching the quality of every life we touch, whether that's the people that work here, the people that come to call on us to sell us parts for our equipment, or externally when we go out to solve problems for our customer.
And it's something that's a lifetime, it's a journey. And enriching lives, it's not a destination, it's about people.
Enriching lives is about promising to do more than heating a building.
Because it means that anytime you come in contact with the body of Cambridge, your life is going to be better for it.
This is who we are. It's what we strive to do. Do we do it perfectly? Absolutely not. But we always aspire to be better at it.
Really, the culture has been something that means enriching lives all the time. It's just now that we get to write it down and share it with you.
There's something about the Cambridge experience and enriching lives that has been here for many years. We're just saying it the right way.
It's almost like it's just a final piece in a really beautiful process that we've been a part of.
And so I love it. I love the fact that everything, every sticker we put on, every business card we give out, every piece of logoed stuff that I wear or anybody wears is actually going to say, we are Cambridge Air Solutions, and this is what we do. We enrich lives.
So I wanted to introduce you to Michael Harmon. He's one of our operations team members, and he's going to discuss a little bit about lean culture and what it means to us here at Cambridge.
Thank you. So like I said, my name is Michael Harmon. I am the M-line assembler over here in Wentzville. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about some of my projects, what we've done around the shop, and tell you some stories about them, what they mean to me. So this first one we're going to talk about are these alignment bars. We use these to align our pulleys and to help us set tension on our belts. So the first thing you learn about lean is the first idea is always the worst idea. So my first idea was to take these and put them on the far wall back there and use them 3M hooks. Didn't really work because this middle one right here is about 10 pounds and it fell off the wall and someone thought this place was haunted. So what we did is we moved them over here and we took these bolts, put them on these posts. The problem with that is that one, they're in 3 different locations, and 2, they kept getting loose, as you can kind of see with this one. So third idea, best so far. So we had this bracket made, screw these hooks onto it. Now we've got them all in one location. They're secure. They're not going anywhere. And plus, if someone's helping me by grabbing a bar, I don't have to say, oh, go to the 3rd post on the left. Just go behind the cart, grab me the 18 alignment bar. I'm ready to go. There's one more improvement we made on this, but I'll show you a little bit later on. You come over here. So here's our next one. So on our bigger units, when we have profiles or inlet dampers, we had to lean them up against this post. The issue was to keep them on there, so we wrapped the chain around it. The problem with that was that we take the chain off and it kind of just falls right to the ground. So you're wasting motion by bending over to pick it up and finding a home for it. And whenever you're putting a profile or inlet damper on the post, you gotta go find the home that you made for the chain, come back here, wrap it around. So what we did is we added this clamp to it, attach these chains. So now whenever we hook a profile or inlet damper up, we don't have to go looking for the chain. It's here, it falls into place. So we're not wasting motion, which is one of the 8 deadly wastes, going around finding a chain or picking it up. So the improvement we made on the last one, we had a safety issue. So we screwed these hooks into this bracket, but we created a hazard by having screws sticking out. So what we did, we took some wire nuts, filled them up with caulk, came back a day later, dry, secure, not going anywhere. So the thing you want to know about improvements is, yes, it might be more efficient, but you want to make sure it's just as safe as possible. So now if I'm going to grab something, I'm not going to tear my hand open on a screw. So in my station back in Chesterfield, we had one more cart in the assembly area. It was used for one thing and one thing only. It was just for my computer. I hated it. It had my hardware a little bit farther away from me. Sure, it's maybe one extra step to get there, but as we know in lean, those steps add up. So what we did is we added a bracket, added a shelf, hooked up my monitor, mouse, and keyboard, put them on an unused portion of my work table. Now I'm able to have my hardware just a little bit closer to me, take a few less steps, and get home just a little bit sooner. My last one, if you follow me over here. So each station has their own toolbox, they're all customized to each individual's needs. So the issue is, I had all my stuff in the toolbox, but whenever I open my drawer, all my stuff would kind of scatter around. So we've got this Kaizen foam that you cut out molds for your tools, tear out how many layers you need. So now all my stuff is nice and secure. Before, I would open and close my drawer, sockets would be scattered around, screwdrivers would be all over the place. I was taking time to reorganize my drawer every few hours. Took time out of the assembly process, which means I had to stay a little bit later to get this job done. So now I don't have to spend time fixing my screwdrivers, putting them just perfectly. Everything's got a home, everything's got a place, and it's nice and secure. So that's my area. I think we're going to show you guys some more videos from around the shop. Hope you guys have a great day.
Hey, this is Ty Stone, I'm welding. This is the one of the motor bases we have for the M140. These pins we got to put in, we were over on the front line, having to push them in with the pin. So I talked to Foley, and I asked him, can we go ahead and weld these in instead of walking all the way over there? This part weighs about 60 pounds. Then you have to have 2 people working with it for the pin machine. So I asked him if we could just put them in here and weld them in. It might take 20 minutes to do it the other way. This way I can do it in about 4 or 5 minutes. So we're saving time, motion, and everything. So that's my 2-second lead.
Good morning, Cambridge. This is Holly in accounting. Today I'm going to fix something that bugs me. I have this headset here that I've had for many years, and I always have a problem getting it put back on the stand, the charger. You have to fit this here right in there. So what I've done is I just put a little pink label so I can very easily put it right back on. I just match it up so it lines right up. Otherwise I'm constantly moving this thing around trying to figure out exactly where to get it on there. So that is my 2-second lean for the day, fixing what bugs me. Thanks and have a great day.
This is Andrew over here on pre-paint. What you're looking at is some standard work that we've been working on for the duct station. He had a new employee these past few weeks, so this has been helping him out immensely with training. We've worked out all 3 sizes so far. Pretty rudimentary, but we're going to be working for the next couple of weeks to make it more finalized. We'll get it laminated and all the good stuff. That is my 2-second lean.
Hey Cambridge, this is Scott coming at you with a 2-second lean improvement from the accessory area. When we insulate ducts, it's very important to get the insulation pins in the right spot. They need to be about approximately 12 inches apart. And so instead of having to play the guessing game, what we came up with is now we've created this stick here. Each line on the stick is 12 inches. So the person that's actually pinning the duct knows exactly where 12 inches is and can come all the way across with the stick, use it on the other side, use it all through the duct. And hopefully this will help solve a lot of not knowing issues. And that's our 2-second lean improvement. Thanks.
Morning, Cambridge. I got a 2-second lean for you guys. So over here, everybody's got their own toolbox when it comes to each station. So I have made my first drawer. I've kind of organized it. It's very organized for my standards, and I love it. I don't have to borrow anything from anybody else. Saves a lot of motion. I don't have to move from place to place when I have to stay in one area, and it's a lot easier for me. That's my 2-second lean.
Okay, so hey, just wanted to bring you back to what is a makeup air unit. So imagine that you walk up to a building and you're pulling on the door and the door is just like sucking a bunch of air into it. That building is extremely negative. And what that's doing while that door is opening is it's bringing in a lot of contaminants from outside, as well as a bunch of particulate and debris sometimes. And so a makeup air unit is designed to offset the negativity of a building by providing fresh air from the outside. Coupled with filtration, you can eliminate a lot of the particulates, a lot of the debris and dust and dirt that comes into the facility. When you have a negative facility, they're difficult to heat. When you have a negative facility, they're difficult to cool. And all in general, it's just not a very healthy environment because it's drawing air in from different cracks and openings inside the space. These makeup air units can be outfitted with a series of different heating and cooling options. For heating, we have a direct fire burner. And for our cooling options, we offer evaporative. We offer also direct expansion, mechanical cooling, and chilled water. And so what we're looking at right now is we have a 70,000 CFM unit, which sits on a rooftop. And this one's outfitted with a automatic profile plate adjustment, which controls clean burning across the burner, as well as a building automation system. So it can be integrated using native BACnet language into your building hub so that it can be controlled to do the things you want it to do. Other than that, we're in the test station right now at our Wentzville facility. And before we fire this up, I wanted to say one thing. Any questions that you have, we will send you a link after this is over, and you can pose any questions that you want to ask about our organization, about our facility, about our people, or about our tour. And the second thing I want to say is, please come visit us for a morning meeting experience. It's something we do every day at 8:30 Central Time to show how we communicate with our people. We also have full exposure, what we do inside of our facilities and things that we need to do to improve, as well as some of those improvement videos you just saw. So Preston, why don't you go ahead and fire up the burner and get a picture of that as it fires up. It's pretty loud, so I just wanted to make this the last part of the tour. Should be firing up right now. So you'll notice the profile plate starting to open up as the burner fired up. So that produces clean combustion for your space. All right. So again, feel free to engage with us. We have a section on our website right at the top. It talks about tours. They could be either a lean-related tour or a morning meeting experience. But we would love to see you join us either virtually or in person for a morning meeting experience, or even a live tour of our airside tour. So that concludes the tour for today, and wanted to thank you for attending. Any questions whatsoever, we'll go ahead and send you a link, and you can go ahead and respond to that, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you.